Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta and today I will be filming a look with some green eyeshadows that will fit very well to St. Patrick's Day. That is, I think I'm posting this tomorrow because I'm filming this on a Monday, so I think St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. So I'm posting this on Tuesday when it's St. Patrick's Day. So the two palettes that I want to use is actually the two green ones from Colourpop, the Mint to Be and the Just My Luck palette, because I haven't really used the Just My Luck palette since I got it, and like I have used it a couple of times but I haven't reached for it afterwards. And then I also just barely used the Mint to Be palette, so I thought today I could use both of them in a green look. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I guess you've seen if you saw the thumbnail already, but I will just go ahead and see what I will come up with these two palettes. I will just go ahead and start with Mo Bamba. If I remember correctly, these are very powdery, and I'm correct. As you can see, it's a lot of powder. So I will have to be careful because I already did my face base. So I'll just try to pack this on very gently. And I do have my NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base on my eyelids. And I have a very dry skin right here. I think it's because it's a pigment in some purple or blue eyeshadows that I react to after I used the Juvia's Place Berry palette. And yeah, I did use a pigment called Subduing Gaze from Tammy Tanuka, so I think there might have been some color in that one that I've reacted to, because I was a little bit stained on the lid, and after that I got this, so I haven't done my makeup after it, so it's probably because of that. So it's a little bit rough, but I think it will be fine. So as you can see, I'm just packing on the shadow and basically just tapping it up and down to place the pigment, and that sort of automatically also blends out the edges since I'm moving the brush a little bit, as you can see. And of course I make sure that the pigment is still visible on my eye when I'm looking straight forward, so I want this to just be the deepest shade that I'm wearing. So I want to go in with one of the more medium toned shades, so I'm just going to check what's the difference between the shadow Dementh in the Mint palette and Chances Are, which is the palest one here, in the Just My Luck palette, because they do look really similar. Yeah, as you can see, they are super similar. I don't even remember which one was which. So I will just go ahead and use the one from the Mint palette, just so I'm using both of the palettes, and it looks a little bit more bright maybe, I don't know, there's barely any difference here. I'm just tapping that here to the inner corner, and I do see that there's a lot of difference from this shade to this shade, so I think I will also go in with, I just used the wrong shade because I used the first shade right here called Get Fresh. So I will just go ahead and use the Dementh in between those two shadows that I just placed on my eyelid. So I'll use the Dementh right here. And now I'm just using a little bit more of that Mo Bamba shade to make sure that the green is still here, and slightly blend it a little bit closer to the eyelid here, just to deepen up a little bit in the crease. So I would have enjoyed to have a more grass green on the outer corner right here to blend out Mo Bamba, since it's a very green shade, but since there aren't really any shades like that, I think I will just use Kiss My Huss, and I'm just going to like sort of overlap the edge right where I blended out Mo Bamba, and then slightly blend out the edges. And now I will just be taking a blending brush that is clean, and I will just tap it in my setting powder like that, and I'm just going to sort of apply that right underneath the brow bone. This brush is a little big, but it'll work. It's just to like basically dry down the eyeshadow base that I have on, so that the green shadow won't grab onto the skin too high up, so that I won't be able to blend it out. And it also helps with the blending when I do this. And then I'm just going in with that same brush without adding more product on it and trying to blend, because I feel like there's a little bit patchiness here, but I mean, it does look quite nice. I want to go in with maybe some of these shades for my lower lash line, so I'm just going to start with this darkest one called Charmed. I'm just going to pack that closer to the lash line, and hopefully I'll be able to blend it out. If not, I'm going to use the shade Dement to blend out the lower lash line, and then I'll pack some of the shimmers on top, I guess. So when placing the shadow here, I have to be careful with the placement, because as you can see, it sort of dips in right here in my, what do you say, like in my face. So I want this line to look straight, so that's why I'm trying to blend, but also like pack on the pigment a little bit further down than what you maybe would have normally done. And I just feel like that is flattering for my eye shape, because it makes my eye look a little bit bigger or something. I don't really know. It's just something I've found that I like to do. So again, I'm just trying to blend out here, because I will be packing on some of those shimmers closer to the lash line, and that's going to take away a lot of the deepness and yeah, a lot from this color in general. So I'm probably going to also go in with this after packing on the shimmers, just to be able to blend the lower lash line a little bit better and blend in the shimmers. But for now, I think this is fine. Now I'm just going in with my Smolder Cosmetics Dazzle Lock. It's just a glitter base sort of. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid as a sort of cut crease, I guess. And I'm also going to apply it a little bit on the, lower lash line, just because I wanted some of those more golden yellow greens there. So I'm going to make a gradient going from this one on the inner, like not the inner corner, but the inner part of the lid. Then I will use this one, and then I'm going to use Big Banks from the Just My Luck palette. I'll be going in with this glitter eyeliner from BH Cosmetics. It's in the shade... It's actually so old that the shade name is not on it. So I'm hoping that it will still work, but I'm just going to like use it for the beginning of my crease at least. It's sort of like a green to pink glitter. And I do remember it not being the best glitter liner, so I'm hoping it will stick on my eye. Now I'll just be going into the black from my Kaleidos Makeup Sci-Fi Green palette. They do send me PR, but I bought this palette myself, as I did with all of the other eyeshadow palettes that they have. And I'm just going to pack that basically as a liner and between my eyelashes. that is my finished look using both of these green palettes from Colourpop, and I do really like them. They go very, very well together, but I do wish that Colourpop would come out with like a proper green palette, because I feel like these are so cool toned, so it would be really cool with some warmer greens, like more grass green and stuff like that. So, but still, these colors are like really pretty, and as you see, they go perfectly together. For the rest of my makeup, I did use some different lip products. I used one of the Balm's liquid lipsticks, but I bought them in a mini set, so the names aren't on the lipsticks, so I don't really know which one I used, but it's one of the more peachy ones that I used. I can try to figure out and put it down in my description box, but I'm not sure if I can figure it out. And then I used Siggy lippy sticks from Colourpop for like my lip liner, because I don't really have a very warm toned or more corally peachy lip liner, so that's why I used that one, just to have a little bit of warmth and a little bit of like contour around my lips. And for my highlighter, I ended up using my Luxie Beauty highlighter in the shade Voodoo, which is a really beautiful like cool toned green highlighter with a little bit of, it's not really super glittery, but a little glittery it is. So I really do like how this whole look turned out. And yeah, if you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I don't know if you say like Happy St. Patrick's Day, but I hope you enjoy it, despite of everything that's going on right now with the virus and stuff. But I'm not really going to talk about that. My channel is about makeup, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, and leave a comment down below of what you thought of it. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!